What's up, everybody? Welcome to another Dokkan battle stream. We are on part 3 of the 10th anniversary. Wanted to do some of the EZAs, try to get those finished up. I've been pretty lucky, I'm not gonna lie. I think I've had a pretty good anniversary so far. So I'm gonna probably not gonna summon too much anymore. I've gotten pretty much everything from the banners. I think the only unit that I'm missing out of the new units is Beerus, but I'll probably end up pulling him on some other banner that he shows up on. In the meantime, the other units that I'm missing were Int Broly and the physical trio. I'm not so sure I care too much about the physical trio, but if I don't pull Broly with my tickets, because I still have the 30 tickets, I'm gonna try to go all in and see if I can pull them. If I don't pull them, I'll probably buy them with coins. Would you like to see a LR hit plus Godku tag unit in Dokkan? Isn't there already one? Or are you talking about a new one? There's already a hit Goku unit. So yeah. The other thing I'm doing right now is I'm watching the Mortal Kombat Pro Tour, because right now they're doing the top 8 in Mexico. It's kind of cool. It's the Pro Tour that they're doing right now. Texas Showdown is actually going to be the second stop of the Pro Tour, so that's going to be pretty cool. But yeah, we have these easy. Oh, it's all combined. So what is this one weak to? Do they have that info up? A new one, the older one is just called Godku and Hit. I'm sure eventually they'll get a new unit. Almost every unit's been getting a new version. I mean, look at this anniversary. The anniversary, pretty much every unit is a rehashed unit. Let's see here, I'm gonna try to find out which category I can do, or if I can just do whatever. It's the LR EZA, so those usually are only like 10 stages. So it shouldn't matter too much, but I still like to try to do ended. Looking on the Discord right now, but talking about all the Daima stuff. Has anybody here been watching Daima? I haven't watched it at all yet. It's Battle of Fate? Okay. Thank you. Who are you getting with your Memorial Stone? I got all the physical... I got the physical Gohan, now I got all the anniversary units. So I have all the anniversary units already. I'm leaning toward Gotenks. Pretty sure I'm gonna go with Tech Gotenks. Let's see. Battle of... Go to Battle of 13. tonight or tomorrow we should get the 7th year LR's EZA information. That would be really hype. I know that's the one everyone's waiting on. Let's change out this group. So I could try out Goku Frieza. Just for fun, let's try that out. Because I haven't really used them. I know they're not considered very good, but I mean, I want to use them. Waiting for the dub, but seeing the spoilers as well. Yeah, I mean, I can't avoid the spoilers. It looks pretty cool. At some point, I will watch it though. It's between Gotenks and Gohan. Yeah, sucks because Gotenks won't come back till July. Well, it's the same with the anniversary units. Like, if you were missing any anniversary units, even the ones that aren't considered great, why not go for them anyway? Because they're definitely not coming back till July. I've seen some people just say fuck it and go for dupes, which is not a terrible choice considering how strong, like, Vegito is, or Gogeta, or even Goku. Like, a lot of the other units are really strong, so getting a dupe wouldn't be so bad. But I just feel like I'd rather get a new unit rather than a dupe. That's just me personally. I've always leaned toward that, especially with coins. I never get dupes with coins. So let's see, we can go with Goku. Do I want Jiren on here? Maybe not. I don't think there's a lot of interesting units on here. The other one I was debating on was Ultra Instinct, but everyone's saying he's coming out probably for Saiyan Day next month, so I do have coins ready for him, so I'll just wait till then. Physical Gohan. Well, we're facing Tech and Strength. Do I have too many blues? Tech and Strength. Or Tech and yeah, Tech and Strength. So you do want some blue. I think Beast Gohan. Beast Gohan is still really, really good. Like, I don't think people consider him the best unit anymore, but he's still really fucking good. I got one dupe of him this time around, so I was happy for that. People turn down the music, holy shit. I don't know if it's loud for y'all. It got really loud on my end. Holy shit. I see the 7th year EZA being like the 6th year, but besides crit support on Super, it could be 20% damage reduction for 2 turns. I don't know how I feel about limited buffs like that. I really don't like that. Because, like, a lot of the newer fights take so long. Be dumb and take this Gohan too, just for fun. I want to take the new units if I can. Those are the only ones that are on this category right now. Vegito and Gogeta are both not on here. Okay, last spot. You can either go with a lot of good choices. I might use an extreme on this one. Golden Frieza, obviously, great tank. There's Merge Zamasu or Cellmax. Let's go Merge Zamasu. Just for the hell. We'll try this out. I've seen people starting to come around on Frieza the last couple of days. They say they're great in the new content. I figured they would eventually find ways to use them. Like, there's no way you're gonna create new units and make them all suck or make them suck. Like, even the Vegeta, people started coming around to him a little bit. The strength Vegeta. You know, people were really not happy with him. I love Dokkan so much, I have 500 unique level 10 units. Wow. It took me a long time to start working on these levels. I'm gonna turn that down a little bit. It looked like that was all getting really loud there. Do I have to go through just 10 stages or 10 stages each? Oh no, they're both on here. Okay, so it's probably just 10 stages total. I do like the Goku Park active skill OST. You know what, the OSTs sound really good. I've always been a big fan of them. Some more than others. The new Gogeta is on Battle Fate since he was fighting for the fate. Is he? He didn't show him on the Dokkan wiki. I wish your power level wasn't so reliant on how many Link level 10s are in your power. Yeah. That was the biggest gripe that I had when they first announced it. They've modified it a little bit. Because, like, I was struggling to hit even 1 mil. And after they made that update, I got over a mil. I don't know what mine's at right now. I'll check in a second. But it's really annoying how a lot of my friends, their link level or their total power was like so much higher than mine. But like, I was higher level, I had more units, I had more everything. I just didn't have the link levels. Look at this song. What is it? This song is very annoying. Well, this sounds more interesting. That other one was just depressing. Goku time. Are you done summoning with stones on the bandwidth? Yeah. I've gotten all of the new units, so I'm not gonna use study. Saving my stones for probably same day. See what new unit they pop out. I'm sure Ultra Instinct's coming back. knowing me, I've been saving coins to get ready for when Ultra Instinct pops up in the shop. But I'll probably end up pulling them, which means then I'm holding the stone. I mean, holding the coins again. How many of y'all have had that problem where you just like have so many coins and you're like, all right, I'm saving my coins for this unit when he comes back, and then he comes back and you summon and you pull him. That's happened to me so many times. The worst part about that too is like a lot of times I'm not planning to summon, but I'm like, you know what? I should try to summon just because. And then you do it and then you pull it. Like you don't pull the main unit, you just pull that one side unit that you were saving for. That's happened to me so many times. AGL Gamma 1 has one of the best OSTs. Don't use EZA LR Strength Fire King Goku on the new content. He will die because Dokkan made his EZA dog crap and worthless. He has 0 guard and gets 4% damage reduction per strength orb and has 0 defensive power. I mean, he was never a defensive unit to begin with. Like, I don't think he was ever really meant for harder content. He was just meant to just hit hard. So that doesn't surprise me. Suffering from success. Okay, so I don't mean it in that capacity. Because what happens is you don't pull the main unit. So it's not really suffering from success. It's pushing the success back. So like I'm pulling the unit that I would have coined for because I failed to pull him before. And so what happens this time is instead of pulling the new unit, I'm pulling the old unit. So I'm just keeping on saving coins and just not pulling the main unit. So really it's just prolonged failure. It's not really suffering from success in that case. But I digress. This anniversary was probably the best I've done so far. Like the past couple ones, I did pull everything, but it usually took me all the stones, sometimes buying all the sale stones and everything and tickets just to do it. This time around, I managed to pull everything without having to use all my stones. Vegeta we ended up getting from tickets, which was insane. Great ape time. I say it's still paying me back for that shitty third year that I had. For those that remember 7 years ago. There's no way Dokkan will fumble the 7th year LR EZAs. Really, all they have to do is damage reduction. Like, at least some damage reduction. I don't think they'll be slot ones. Like, even like back in the day, they weren't really slot 1 units. In their heyday, they were better off as slot 2s. So maybe with some damage reduction and some defense, they'll be pretty good. Again, as slot 2s, slot 3s. Because right now they're not really used because it's like, well, they don't really do well until they transform. So we'll see. We'll see how that goes. Hopefully they do them well. Like, I think the best ones, yeah, were the 6th years. Because the 5th years weren't bad. Like, I still, like, even the 4th years, like, the 3rd years were pretty good with their EZA. The fourth years, I still use Goku on occasion. I don't really use Vegeta, but I do like to use Goku on occasion. The fifth years were alright. Like, I think they were really good when they first came out, but then they kind of fell off. So I don't really use them too much. Maybe Vegeta more than Gogeta. They're kind of slot threes anyway. Any dupes in the new anniversary unit? I did not. I did not get any dupes. Pretty much, I got a good spread of pulling. Like, I got a lot of LRs. I just kept getting a lot of dupes of other older units. And then when it came to the new units, I got one of each. Favorite unit from this year's 10th anniversary? Hands down, it's gotta be Vegito. Like, I like the Gogeta also, but man, when they transform and Vegito's sitting there doing all those counters and everything, that is really ridiculous. He is a very ridiculous unit. The 8th anniversary EZAs next year will go hard. Well, I think each one of these anniversaries, the later ones, when they get their EZAs, it's gonna go crazy. The only thing that I'm kind of sad about is how they rushed to get through some of the EZAs, but now you have SEZAs. I think the first year SEZAs are actually really good. Some people were kind of complaining about them. I thought they were really good. I know Janemba is considered really good. Gogeta, I think less so. But when I've used him, even on the harder content, he's been pretty good. So seeing what they do with SEZAs moving forward for the anniversary units, I think is going to be pretty exciting. If next year, if they don't plan to do anniversary upgrades until like the next anniversary, then 11th year would be 8th year, no, not 8th year, 7th year. So yeah, no, 8th year, 8th year EZA and 2nd year SEZA. All right, so we're already at 10, so this is at the end of it. Goku and the Greater? Alright, bet. Did we go that way? Now let's go this way. SEZA, Janemba is pretty good on 180. He does 20 million. Yeah, all of them do a lot of damage. They both do a lot of damage, actually. And Gogeta, you put all additional on him. He's doing like 4 supers. It's pretty crazy. I definitely agree. SEZA, I think, was a great idea. It's great for them to a little more longevity to the older units. Because they've been pretty crazy with what they've been doing with bosses. The red zones and mainly the red zones, because Super Battle Road, Extreme, Super Battle Road, those aren't as bad anymore, especially with the new units. Maybe the older ones, you might still have a little bit of trouble because they haven't added any current meta units to those categories, but most of the new ones are pretty easy now. Like when Super Battle Road first came out, they were annoying as hell, but now not so much. Yeah, this should kill off Great Ape. The next LR Super Easy, I predict Prime Battle LR First Form Frieza or no? I can see them doing Frieza soon. Frieza was actually really good after his EZA. Like he was probably one of the few Prime Battle units that was actually good. Like I like the Goku, but I wouldn't say he was great. The Frieza, however, I thought he was still pretty good. He was still using for a lot of things. I remember way back in the day, I couldn't beat the Extreme Tech stage. Yeah. There's a lot of things. Like, one of these days, I said, I want to go back and look at some of my harder fights that I had to do back in the day and redo them. I need to go back and look and see which ones I want to do. Alright, so we finished them. What's funny is I was still using this Vegeta on Battlefield. I didn't have a really good tech squad, so I was still using him for my tech squad. This Goku, however, I was not using at all. I still don't know if I'll use him. Maybe? It depends on the boss. Like, if it's a boss where I just need, like, a ton of strength teams, maybe I'll use him. But I can't see this letting me... making me change my mind about using him. Alright, so that's done. Pick it. Give me my thing. I don't know if that counts toward my dailies, did it? So I think they're still doing the weekend daily missions. Definitely do those. 5 stages for, you know, however many stones. Should definitely be doing that. Oh, it did count. Sweet. I think I could do one more. Yeah, we get it. Oh, because it didn't count for stamina. Let's do some of my other dailies then. LR Kaioken Goku is good against Vegeta enemies? Yeah. Oh yeah, obviously he's gonna blast Vegeta to hell. Like he normally does. The other thing I've been doing is the training in the clouds. Y'all should really be doing that. If you don't have anything else to do in the game, you should really do that. Like, I actually have been using stamina refills just to keep doing that stage because I've been doing my link levels. It's actually been really good for my link levels. Like, obviously, you need to do training in clouds in order to get all the stones from the shop. There's also Kais that you can pick up. But once you've collected all of those, you should still do the stage just for link levels. Like, they've been really good for me for that. What's up, Jirachi? How you been, man? Do you still play Dokkan? I only see you talk about Seven Deadly Sins. Yeah, like I was surprised when I first did the stages, and I'm like, wow, I'm getting a lot of links. I want the worldwide download celebration to be GT because we need more GT boss units and more grade 8 power units. We do. I don't know if they do it then. I feel like they'd probably just do a whole celebration for it rather than be worldwide. But who knows? 20 units done just from there. I use stone refills, so worth. See, I don't know. I wouldn't use stone refills. Like, there's lots of ways to buy the meat in the shop if you didn't have any. That's the only thing I don't agree with. Like, stones to me are too important for summoning. I can't use stones for anything else. Like, I never use them. Like, some people use stones for everything, like expanding their inbox, their character box and all that stuff. And I'm like, nah, I can't do that. Now, meat, I would definitely do because the only other time I ever refilled with meat was World Tournament. But if it's worth it to you, hats off. Just not for me. Training in the clouds and link level rates is 7%. Wow. Yeah, it's definitely high up there. One thing I will do sometimes is in the shop I'll buy that $2 pack for the 5 keys for the Kai gate level. Because like sometimes getting that level 9 to 10 is really hard. So I just try to get as many units as I can to at least be at level 9. And then I try to use them all for that one shot. Alright, so I think that should be my dailies. You got a Kai out of it too, that's sweet. That's always nice. Alright, so we finished that. Alright, so that's my dailies. Do I have anything here? 3 more stones there. Alright, let's summon. Got 30 tickets that I'm going to use. We're going to see if we can get Broly. Now here's the deal. If I get Broly right away, then I'm going to switch to this one and try to get the physical trio. That's my goal. Now this one also, I don't have the Beerus, and Beast Gohan's on here, and Gogeta's on here. Like basically there's a lot of good stuff in this banner. But I'm mainly just trying to get the Broly because I don't have him. And then on this side, I don't have the physical trio. Wouldn't mind getting dupes of Vegito also. But this will be the first priority. We're going to try here first and see what happens. If I pull him right away, then I'm switching to the other banner. If not, then we're going to use all 30 here, see what happens. So wish me luck. Saving the link keys when we get more on the 11th anniversary. I mean, I'm sure they'll do another event for more keys down the line. That's not great. That's not great at all. Ugh. Alright. That was really bad. Haven't played ninth since I haven't been able to play on it since I no longer have Wi-Fi, so I've been on data for an entire year. And Dokkan would stay on air loading. Wow, really? That sucks. How to Yen? Maybe? Gonna get double crack? Double crack? Double? Double? Double crack. Alright, let's see who we get. Come on, Broly. Okay, I guess. I guess. Okay. Wow. Okay. So we were talking about 7th anniversary. So they went ahead and gave me one. Think. Oh, we got Hercule. Okay. I pulled him already, so we get one dupe of him. That's cool, I guess. All right. Well, I guess we're spending all 30 here. Stop playing because Green Cross is better. Because it's getting boring because they keep repeating the same old content. Well, yeah, a lot of games do that. This is gonna be any good. Yeah, let's hoping that'd be a fake out. Okay. Guess we got a Vegeta. I guess. Well, that was a summon. I don't know what to say about that. I guess it was alright. We got one LR. Do our Purunga wish. Complaining about old collab reruns is dumb, like Slime got 2 OPLRs. I mean, it's still recycled content. It would have been cool if it was something new. Like, I think it was only 3 wishes, right? So I think you get, like, all 3 of them. Which I am thankful for. Because the one thing I hated was there were a couple times where they were switching up the wishes, and I would pick the wrong one. That used to piss me off. But now we don't have to worry about that. Alright, Memorial Stone time. So like I said, I have all the anniversary units already, so we skip them. Obviously skipping those two. This unit I heard was really good too. I heard they might be coming back soon. So we're skipping those. So it's pretty much Go Tanks or Ultra Instinct. Those were the two that I was going for. But everyone's telling me that Ultra Instinct should be coming next month. So don't even worry about that. I'm pretty sure I'm content with this pick. And since we didn't pull him, we're gonna go ahead and pick up a Broly. Leaves me with 600 coins for Ultra Instinct when he comes back. I have almost 500 Carnival coins, which I used my Carnival coins for Cellmax because I really wanted Cellmax. And I did have gold coins for him, but he just never showed up in the gold coin shop. And I was like, screw it. I'm going to go ahead and pull him. Means I'm probably going to go ahead and transfer these over. Give me some more red coins back. So I'm back up to 780. Because I know I'm going to summon anyway when it comes to Saiyan Day. So it'll probably put me up to 800 something coins. If I don't pull Ultra Instinct, then I'll use 500 and pull him there. I can easily build that back up to 500 later on. That is where I'm at. The only other thing that I have is I'm trying to figure out what to do with these. I have 3 left. I don't know what I want to do with them. Like, the 5th years are probably the best units on here, and I've already got them rainbowed. These guys are rainbowed. A lot of these are already rainbowed. The only ones on here, the 4th years are not rainbowed. I don't know if I care to rainbow them. I might just get a path. Probably a path for Goku, since I actually use him. And then maybe the 3rd years. I have Gogeta rainbowed, but Vegeta, for some reason, I've only gotten 1 copy in 7 years. I've only pulled him 1 time. To show you how cursed 3rd year anniversary was for me. I didn't pull them at all after almost 3,000 stones. I did eventually rainbow Gogeta, but Vegeta I've only pulled 1 time in 7 years. So I'm thinking I pull 1 or 2 copies of Vegito and then 1 copy of Goku. That's what I'm leaning toward. What do y'all think? I think that's pretty good. Because like I said, most of these units I have rainbowed already. What actually pissed me off the most about these stones is how they just threw in the LRs at the end. That's actually kind of annoying. Because Broly Trio, I spent coins on. I know what you're gonna say. It was fucking stupid. I agree, but they had just gotten their EZA. They were stupid strong, and I pulled them like I think I have them rainbowed now. But that's what always happens for me. I don't have a unit for like years and years and years. I say fuck it. I'm gonna go ahead and buy them with coins, and then I pull them like 2 or 3 times afterwards. That always happens. Nothing I can do about that. Like, they don't show up until I buy them. The dupes don't show up until I buy them. That's just a curse I have. All these guys I think are rainbowed. I don't really need. Oh, maybe Kale and Caulifla. I'm pretty sure they're not rainbowed, but yeah. I got Buhan, the old Nth Sword of Hope, and the physical android. You didn't have them. Yeah, if you have units, if there's units you don't have, that's your priority. Get new units first. But then, if you have everybody, then it becomes a choice of, well, what dupes do you want? You know what? This is what I'm gonna do. Let me check my Kale and Caulifla because I forgot they were on there. Kale and Caulifla was such a god tier unit when they came out. Now not so much. Okay, so I only have one dupe on them, so I want to get one dupe of them too. Then, so we're gonna get one dupe of Kale and Caulifla. We'll get one dupe of Goku, and then one dupe of the third anniversary Vegito pair. I think that's what we're gonna do. Pretty content with those choices. I think if it was Grand Cross added a boss rush where we fight all the bosses of each chapter and it gave us 300 free gems, then I'd be good to play again. Grand Cross doesn't really need that though. Here's the thing, Grand Cross is super generous with gems. Like the easiest thing to do is just get your PvP up to the top level and just sit there. You get like 50 gems a week. 50 gems a week just from that. WTF 69% forage. Look. I'm not the type of guy that summons for dupes. That's never been my MO. Whenever new units came out, I was content to just get one copy. I'm not the type that tries to rainbow units. And it just so happens I never got lucky getting them after the 4th year. That happens. Like, I have a 3rd year here that's at 55%. 7 years, I only pulled one copy ever. That just happens sometimes, man. There's not much I can say about that. The int units. These guys have to be EZAs, right? So are these just not? You get this track. One summon, one copy, yeah. I mean, I'm just not rich. I can't summon that much. Grand Cross Chaos PvP is pure evil. They restrict you from using good units, and when you face someone who's using the new units, you die in one turn. Well, that's why I said just make it to the top level. I don't care about being high ranked in the top level. It's like once you get to the top floor, you can't drop. is what I mean. So you just work your way up till you get to the top floor and you just sit there. All you have to do is once a day, go in there, forfeit your fight, call it a day. You get your 1 gem for your daily mission and move on. You do that. You don't even have to do that every day, but you might as well just to get the free gem. But you do that for the full week, and then you get your 50 gems just for being in the top floor because you will never drop from top floor as long as you do your daily stuff. Like that's actually 55 stones a week when you think about it. 57 because you do that on the weekend as well. 57 stones a week just for making it to the top floor and not caring anymore. Like I don't care about PvP. I got up to the PvP using fucking the fairies, the fairy strat, back when that was top tier, or back when people were still using Meliodas. Like I'm talking about really old strats, like year 1 strats. That's how I got to the top floor, and then I just kept doing daily, so I never dropped. The rest will come later, hopefully. I buy too many Dragon Ball. Figure arts. You know, that's not a bad thing. Honestly, that's similar to what's happening to me right now. Like, I don't buy Dragon Stones much anymore. Like, my tickets are probably not going to be that much this year because a lot of what I would spend was usually during the anniversary. And I can say that this anniversary, I haven't spent $1. That's really wild for me. That shows how well it went for me this year. But when it comes to ticket celebration, I'm not going to have hardly anything. I'll fill out the rest of that later. So we got 2 new units. We got the Go Tanks, and we got the Broly. There he is. I'm pretty sure I got that 7th year rainbowed. I think they both might be rainbowed. Let me double check. Oh no, they're not. I'm stupid. I only have 1 dupe in them. What about the other one? They not rainbowed? I could swear I had them rainbowed, but yeah, they're rainbowed. Okay, so I only get rainbowed this one, not the other one yet. I wonder if their stages are even up. I need to work on them now, but thank God Dokkan doesn't have PvP. I'll shut down quick, like it'll shut down quick, like Naruto Ninja Blazing Storm. What are you talking about? We do have PvP. It's called World Tournament. Ha ha ha. Ha 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 ha. I don't know. Legends is still around and still doing pretty good, isn't it? Legends is terrorism, the game? I never got into Legends. I just didn't enjoy playing it. Just kind of felt like a not as fun Dragon Ball Fighters. Okay, so that right there was an experimental team. The experiment didn't go very well. Let's put the other Gohan on here. Oh, that's the bonus. Nah, I'm not gonna deal with that. Man, I remember Ninja Blazing. We actually tried to play that for a while. It was kind of fun. I'm not really big into Naruto though. Beast Gohan was the last time, and then I quit. That money didn't get him. Then I got free stones in the gift box. Gohan, Ultra Gohan Instinct is done. Legends PvP, you're 100% facing whales who have ultra rares, limited legends, Zenkai. See, I do have some of the limited legends, limited units, and all that, but yeah, from what I heard, you have to have them all Zenkai boosted to hell in order to do well in PvP. I definitely don't have that because I'm in the same policy in there that I am here. I only pull for one copy. And I have spent a little bit of money in Legends, not in years, but I think when the game first came out, I did. But that was because I was trying to pull a unit, not trying to dupe them. So I think on this team, I'd probably replace Gohan, the physical Gohan. I'd probably replace him with Gotenks. I feel like that would be the play. Because you already have two top tier tanks with Beast and Broly. I think Gotenks would be really good as well. Goku, I think overall does better than the Gohan. And then obviously you have the Gogeta and Vegito. I should swap it around and do double Vegito, I think. Go back and look and see if everybody's still in the same category. I think so. I think they are. Legends will fall down because everyone is going to Dokkan. That's not true. If that was the truth, it would have happened years ago. People that like Legends like Legends. I think the people that like Legends is because they like the PvP. That's why they did Dokkan. Because both sides pretty much have the same units, so it's not like they're going to come for units. If you don't get the new units, PvP will be hell, especially if you took a break and came back. Yeah, I'd imagine so. What do you think of the Super Saiyan 2 Gohan? I think he hits really hard, but I don't know how his defense backs up. I've seen sometimes where he just gets obliterated sometimes. Like, I don't think he's consistent defensively, but offensively, he's good. I don't mind Legends, it's fun at times, but over competitive, it's annoying, and the new battle update has a mixed feeling about it. I've been enjoying a lot of Dokkan lately. Well, unfortunately, that's the nature of competitiveness. You're always going to have sweats, and it's hard to be casual when the main focus of the game is PvP or competing against each other. Because you're always going to have the ones that want to be the best, have to be the best, have to win everything. That's just always going to happen. This is, I come from the fighting game community, so we have our fair share of that. And part of our growing pains is when a new game comes out, trying to keep the new players in the community because they're having to deal with that. They want to be casual, they don't want to be ultra competitive. Well, you're running into people that have been playing Street Fighter for like 30 years, and that's how they are. That's the reason why they've been in the community that long, is because they're they they just have to be the best, right? So unfortunately, that just kind of happens. Legends would be good if they fixed the pity system. That's with everything. Dokkan is like one of the last gotchas to implement pity, and it wasn't good. They've slightly improved it. Slightly. I still think it's garbage. But at least you can get the current unit, which was the whole point of pity in the first place. Like, I never understood why their solution to pity was, hey, you can collect these coins so you can grab them next time. Like, I don't know how that got greenlit in the first place. Like, the original pity system was so garbage. But, it's whatever. Not much you can do about it. Like, I don't think I would ever pity for a unit, like a new unit in Dokkan. That's way too many pities. Like, you've seen how many I had right there. If I took every coin that I got from all 4 banners that I summoned on, it still wasn't enough to get one. Like, one fix they could do to help with that they'll never do, is give coins for the free multi. Give coins for the tickets. I don't see why not. You might as well. That to me is being greedy about it. I mean, at the end of the day, it's still not enough to get anything if they gave out You know, if someone was purely free to play and they only summoned like the tickets, that's not a lot of coins. It was like what we had 100. What was it? 140, and then an additional 30, so 170 tickets. I think that would help, but whatever. It's gonna take a while. I think I'm just gonna finish Go Tanks. I don't think I'm gonna finish Broly. Or maybe. I'm about to level. I need 2 more runs. Yeah, I think I should level here. With Legends Pity, you get the character, but they're only 2-star, and you die instantly. What do you mean 2-star? Oh, by the way, if y'all drink Dr. Pepper, especially Zero, Dr. Pepper Zero, do not get the blackberry. Holy crap. The thing is like annoyingly sweet. Now maybe it's because I'm not someone that likes sweets that much, but I just found it annoyingly sweet. Like regular Dr. Pepper is already pretty sweet, but blackberry, holy crap. That thing is like way too sweet. Like I can't drink it plain. I definitely have to get ice and dilute it. Dokkan Pity is greater than Legends Pity. I could see that. Even then, Dokkan Pity's not great. So I don't know what that says about Legends then. I'll slip into a sugar coma. I'm not that much of a sweet eater. Well, no, this is 0 sugar. Because I'm diabetic, so I can't have sugar either. 0 sugar, but it's still really sweet tasting. Like whatever they put in that flavor syrup, it's really, really not for me. It's when you're summoned, depending on the steps of the rotation, makes the turnout for Legends units. You need luck in Legends. I just keep getting shafted? Oh, yeah. I can't remember the last time I logged into Legends. Might have been during their anniversary. Because I don't play the game. Like, I can't even remember. I know I didn't even finish story, whoever the story was at the time. I just called I'm pre-diabetic last month. Dokkan, you need 1,500 stones for 500 coins, and in Legends, you need 50k crystals to pity 1 unit. Is it only 1,500 stones? I thought it was more. I guess that's right. Because it's 50 stones for 10 coins. That's probably right, but I'm like needing to know for myself. So we need 500 coins. 500 coins, 10 coins per multi. You have to do like 50 multis. Isn't it 2,500? 2,500 you need, don't you? I'm not the I'm not gonna claim to be a medical expert or anything like that. One thing that helped me was definitely cutting out sugar as much as possible. Like try to limit desserts. That's the big killer, obviously. Drinks, soft drinks. Try to do diet or Coke Zero, Dr Pepper Zero, that kind of stuff. Check your juices. Like there's low sugar options for orange juice and stuff like that because juices have a lot of sugar as well. Um, Try to limit your carbs. I'm really bad at that though, being Asian, so like cutting out rice is really hard for me. But if you can cut out pasta, bread, rice as much as possible, as well as cutting out sugar as much as possible, that will help. Obviously, getting exercise in, all that stuff. Those are simple things that you can try to do to help out with your blood sugar. They're gonna prescribe you medication for that. I will say from my experience, they all suck. I actually stopped taking a bunch of medication because it was really fucking me up. Eventually, I was able to get it down to a decent level anyway, with just cutting out sugar, cutting out carbs, and all that. So I was okay with that. But man, that medication they put you on, I think metformin, shit sucks. It sucks. Anyway. Do you play any other games? I play a shit ton of games, actually. Um, Give me a second and we'll go over the list. So, gotcha games that I play. Obviously, Dokkan. Seven Deadly Sins. I start off my day playing Street Fighter Dash, Girls Frontline 2, and Overlord. 9 o'clock is Seven Deadly Sins. There's the Pokemon TCG. I've been playing that a little bit. Grand Blue Fantasy. Let's see, Dokkan's at 1. We have Global Dokkan also. Nikkei. Goddess of Victory. Final Fantasy VII Ever Crisis. Brown Dust 2. I'm playing that. If you count MiHoYo, I still have Genshin, Zone Zenless Zero, Honkai Star Rail, Bleach Brave Souls. Sometimes I'll load up Dead or Alive Extreme Venus Vacation. Sometimes. I haven't played it in a while though. I think that's it. Legends was made because of Dokkan? Yeah. Pretty much. It's from everyone's desire to have a PvP. Because the biggest complaint about Dokkan was like there's no real PvP besides World Tournament. Dokkan wouldn't add a trading system? No, they won't. There's too many things that they would want to do to protect themselves from it. Like they've already cut down on, emulators and people having multiple accounts and stuff like that, but people will still have that. And that's the one thing that they would want to control if they had some kind of trading. Like even with Pokemon TCG, they've tried to control it as well to combat people having multiple accounts. That's the biggest fear they have. which is understandable. Like, that shit sucks. But unfortunately, that's why some games will never have trading, because there's no way to really handle that. Like, I don't know how Dokkan would even handle preventing that, besides the stuff that they've already done, and even then, they're still not confident that it would work. So if that's the case, yeah, I don't see that ever happening. Plus, it's been 10 years. I don't know. Maybe when it's like 20 years and they're like really are starting to like not give a fuck anymore, maybe they'll do it. That's tough, but thank you. I'll do that for sure. Yeah, I mean, you should take care of your health. Like, I hate doctors, so I hardly ever go. But I am thankful for that time I went. They told me all that and got me on the glucose meters, the metformin, and all that. I'm sure it helped me be a lot healthier. Now, I do need to go back at some point and do other tests and everything, but I've like I've been putting it off. But eventually, I'll have to do that. Wish Dokkan did a trading system so you could give a unit that's rainbowed for a unit you don't have is pretty good. Well, I mean, that's the coin system. I do think they should give you more coins for a rainbowed unit. At the very least, there should be like a scale. Like, you should get more coins for a DFE unit or an LR unit than like a regular. I think maybe five to 10 coins for an LR makes more sense than a first year Goku. Like, I think it's high time that they reduce the cost of LRs. Like, a first year LR, even with the EZA, is not worth 500 coins. Like, I don't care how good you made Gohan, he's not worth 500 coins. Like Nikkei, besides fan service, the gameplay and the stories make it is. Like, you're always going to be called a gooner for playing that game, but the story's actually really good. Their designs are peak. Like, I actually really enjoyed the game. The gameplay is really fun, even though I barely do non-auto. But it's fun constructing the teams and everything. How much would you say that you spent on Dokkan? It depends. If you mean nowadays, hardly anything. If you mean total, oh, thousands. Like, at the beginning of Dokkan, I spent a lot of money. I was also like full-time streaming though. So, every banner I would summon. And banners back then were rough. You had no pity system. You had no guaranteed SSR. Life was hard as a Dokkan streamer back in the day. Shout out to the ones that have kept going. Full-time streaming, especially for this game, was rough. When you play Enigma of Sepia, it's also a gacha game. I've seen ads for it. I don't know if I would. Maybe I'd try it out, but I don't know if I'd really be super into it. Alright, let's see. Where's Broly? Do we have time to work on Broly? Ooh, some really happy ass music. Who is this? This is Angel Goku's theme? Really? I thought this would be like Goten or Pan or something. That's really, really happy-go-lucky music. When did I start playing Dokkan? So the story of me starting Dokkan is I went to go see Resurrection F in the movie theater with my friend. And while we were waiting in line for the movie, he was like, "Hey, let me show you this game real quick." And he pulled out his iPad and he was playing Dokkan. I was like, "Wow, that's pretty sick. That's pretty cool." So I downloaded it on my phone. That was August or July. I think it was July. July of 2015. It was like right after the game had come out. Maybe a few weeks after the game had come out in global. Because it was already out in January of that year for JP. Now, my global account, my original one, I don't have that one anymore. The current one I'm playing is a reroll because that original account was garbage. That original account had no luck whatsoever. Like, I couldn't pull shit. It was so bad that I found out about the JP version and how to get it. And I was playing that more because I had a lot more luck on my JP account. This account right here is my original JP account that I started August of 2015. So me personally, it hasn't been 10 years yet. In July, it'll be 10 years for my account. Prince Gogeta has me re-rolling like crazy back then. See, I didn't really re-roll back then. I think back in the day, I was just... No, first year, I was just trying to get into the game. First year had all those damn server problems. We got a lot of free stones, though. Like, remember back then, server crashes were so often. I think when the first Broly came out, servers were down for like 3 days. First anniversary, it was down for like almost a week, I think. Like, you were lucky to get in, and then if you were in, if you try to move away to something, like you would play a stage, and then when you try to exit the stage, confirm and all that, it would crash. First year was crazy. I think even second year they were having server issues still. I don't think they fixed server issues till about third year. I remember for the longest time, that's what we would expect was server issues anytime the anniversary came up. Well, these super easy 8 units are 150 coins, which is great, yeah. But only the UR, TURs. If it's an LR, it's still 500. Which is dumb. Like, the first gen LR should not be 500 points. No matter how good they are. They really should be. I don't know why they're doing it. The only reason they're doing it is because you have new players that never got those units. But I still don't think they should be 500 points. Started in 2018 when Incel and... Oh, for the worldwide celebration. Yeah. JP is my main, but my global recently got picked up so fast. Yeah, I got the main anniversary units I wanted on there. Like, I got Vegito and Gogeta. And, don't know if I was planning to go for any more. But I haven't used my Memorial Stone yet. Could either get... See, that account is pretty cracked. I'm lazy with it. Like, this anniversary, I finally started working on it a little bit. So I have Tech Broly. I still have to awaken him. I just awakened Beast Gohan, and I just awakened Tech Ultra Instinct. I'm debating what to do with the Memorial Stone on that account. I could either go for Gotenks like this one, or I could go for one of the missing anniversary units. Like, I think the one I'm missing is Goku, the Super Saiyan 3 Goku. So I might go for him. Early was tough. If you didn't know what you were doing back then, yeah, he was pretty important. But I actually had a pretty, I won't say famous, but I had a pretty noteworthy video that I did back then where it showed that you could beat it using all the units they told you to use, which were all the ones that disabled his rampage. There were a bunch of like rare units and SR units that you could use. Okay, I think the craziest one was I think there was a physical Krillin? Like an Arc Krillin physical, I think, that you could actually use on the team and he wouldn't get destroyed because as long as you had the linking units with him, it disabled the rampage and he wouldn't take insane amounts of damage. Like, I miss when they had stuff like that for some of the stages to make it fun. Like, hey, you pulled this shit character. Guess what? If you combine them with other shitty characters, they can actually do something on this stage. I actually enjoy that more than them making these red zones super annoying. Like, I don't mind them having OP units all over the place. That's what you summon for, right? But I think the most fun I had was still year one, being able to figure out different combination of characters, even free-to-play units or Super Strike units and all that, and use them to beat the stages. That was more fun to me than having to be like, oh, well, you know, hope I get lucky with my OP unit. Like, wow, my character's he does well with dodging and stunning. Too bad the red zone boss disables dodging and you can't stun him. That's great. Like, I don't see what's so fun about making characters not work. Like, why? I summoned for this character specifically for these good mechanics, and you're like, well, too bad if you use them on this stage, none of that shit works. Tech Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, no leader skill available. Why is it's different from both sides of Dokkan? I know YouTuber having two Dokkan accounts, but are different from each other. I was confused with that. If you mean global and JP, well, I mean this year they finally synced them up, so they shouldn't be different anymore. The beating LR Goku finish the most popular? Yeah, it is. I think it's only because, like, at the time, I I dropped that stream right when it came out, like right when the event dropped. So it was like the very first time anybody sees it. It's a terrible video though. Like that fight was annoyingly long because I didn't know what I was doing either. Plus, you could only use super strikes. You could only use super strike units for that event. Now they've updated it to where you could use any free to play unit, which makes it insanely easy compared to when it first came out. But back then, when it first came out, you could only use super strike units. They did it recently with the new Broly. You bring Tech Paragus and it'll perform. It'll immerse him. That's good. That's cool. And unfortunately, that still brings me up to the whole, well, why do you have units have these features, but then in harder content, you just disable it? Like, pretty much all hits suck. because his whole mechanic is based on him stunning the unit. Most hard bosses cannot be stunned, so he is utterly worthless for almost everything. I think instead of that, just let him dodge at that point, or counter. If they were going to do that, that's really what they should do for hit. It's like, instead of stuns, since y'all clearly don't want him to be able to stun harder content, make him a counter dodge unit. That still kind of falls in line with how he is in the anime. But I digress. Maybe they just don't want a good hit unit. I remember watching your stream for the 4th anniversary. Oh my god, we're old. We're old. He's probably not in here, but if he watches this video, Dragon Lord, who's been around since almost the beginning of my streams, he's 21 now. Which means he was way too young to be watching my stream back then. But now he's finally old enough to officially watch my stream. So congratulations to Dragon Lord. Oh my god. What does he need to... There we go. What Dokkan to make a select the fusion mechanic and select the transformation mechanic? What do you mean? A hit unit with the Vegito counter would be dope. Like, it would make sense, right? Like, they obviously don't want stun to be allowed. I mean, I can kind of understand that, but like, stun locking was really fun to do back in the day too for harder units. And it's not like that shit was easy to like win with. It wasn't, because the caveat with doing stun lock was you weren't doing much damage. You were just stunning him and hoping that your one hard hitter happened to be in the same spot or the same rotation. Plus, it's also not like units had like guaranteed stun. Like, a lot of units were like high chance to stun. That doesn't mean you automatically stun. So like, that was the flip side. If your stun unit didn't stun, well, hopefully he can block or something, because he's about to eat it. Like, the best case scenario for a stun unit was probably Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta, because he was still a really good tank, but only for a limited time. I think it was like, what, 7 turns? I think 7 turns he shows up, he'll have the reduced damage, but then once that runs out, you're fucked. And then you have to hope he stuns. Because that was a big thing about it. Stun locking was a risk reward. Like, you could stun, and that was great. But if they didn't stun, you were kind of screwed. Because most of the time, most stun units were not very good at defense. Because that was their whole point. So I don't know why they took that out. Like, I really wish they would keep that in. Because there's a lot of units that would be fun to use, but you can't use them because their main mechanic is, you know, not allowed. Look at EZA strength here, and he gets stats if the enemy is stunned or debuffed. Yeah. They sometimes disable debuffing too. Like, I don't understand why they do that. Because there's so many other units that you are not allowed to use that at that point. Because they take away things. Pleasantly surprised that my frame rate has held up. I'm pleasantly surprised. It's like the first stream for the anniversary was such garbage. I was afraid I wasn't going to be able to stream the rest of the anniversary. Part 2 was not bad. Part 2 was actually pretty good, so pleasantly surprised. So this month, it's wrapping up pretty soon. I think we got like what? Less than a week? Today's the 23rd, so like 5 more days. Next month is Texas Showdown, which is the tournament that I run for fighting games. Dragon Ball Fighters is one of the games featured. It should be pretty fun. It'll be pretty interesting. Curious to see what they do after this year. But I feel like this is definitely the last of it. Like, all they did was an update. They didn't add any characters or anything, so... I feel like this is probably the last year of their support for the game. There's supposed to be some more qualifiers for this, but something happened. They didn't end up having those qualifiers, so... they're gonna have the World Championship, and then, I don't know. I don't know what they're gonna do with it, though. Barking Zero, I guess, is the new game that they're trying to push. So that's had its ups and downs. We didn't include that because we weren't sure what their plan was for that game. I just remember they had that one video from the French. I think the championships in France. That went badly because they didn't figure this one mechanic of the androids not having energy. They had unlimited energy, so they just flew around for 10 minutes. I guess they didn't think anybody would be that lame to do that. Well, if you have a competitive tournament, people are trying to figure out the best way to win, they will figure out the easiest way to win. So they learned real quick. But honestly, I haven't heard much from the game since it came out. It was really popular when it came out, but then after that, especially after that France tournament, I haven't heard much about the game. I think Dokkan introducing a blinding debuff where you can blind the enemy for a certain amount of turns. I mean, that's basically the stun mechanic. I mean, I'm sure you mean like chance to miss or things like that. But honestly, if they're going to do that, you might as well just have the stun mechanic. One thing I will say though, if they wanted to prevent stun locking, what you do is you take away the 2-turn stun. Make it 1-turn stun. Because then you can't really do the stun lock strategy, because if you're fighting a boss and he overloads turn 1, you have to pray you have a tank that can take all those hits before you get the chance to stun him. Now, would that negate, wanting to have stun? Maybe. But at least you would have stun. Like, maybe they should make that change if they're really worried about stun locking. Because I will admit, 2-turn stun is kind of broken. Like I understand why they made that decision, but it sucks at the same time because you can't stun anymore. So my suggestion would be just make all stun one turn instead of 2 turns. Like I'd rather have the chance to stun than no chance to stun. So if they reduced it to like say 1 turn instead of 2 turns, I'd be okay with that. There's also some units that have a passive that stuns. But those are usually only 1 turn. They're not usually 2 turns. I think the one thing that pisses me off the most is when you fight a boss that you can't stun, but they can stun. That that aggravates me more than anything else. Like, oh, I'm not allowed to stun, but you can stun? The fuck, man. That is the worst. Even more than locking characters. Double lock is diabolical, but you know, whatever. That happens, right? With them being able to use abilities that you're not allowed to use, that's terrible. I thought, do they still have double locking? I thought it was supposed to be patched where it only locks one unit, but I still think sometimes I still see it double lock. Like double locking is so diabolical. Like at that point, you might as well just say triple lock because that's what that is. Like nobody can move. Like double locking is locking your entire rotation right there. There we go. Give me a few doubles and then we can be done with this. Ooh. I think I gotta do... If I'm lucky, I only need to do 2 more runs. If I'm unlucky, I gotta do 3 more runs. Oh, I think I still have like those other tickets. I wonder if I should just go ahead and do those too. Probably as soon as I finish Broly, we'll do them. I think I have like 20 something tickets for that other banner. It's already getting dark. Wait, 5:30? Oh, nostalgia. This anniversary's been pretty fun. I don't know if I rate it the best, but it's pretty high up there. Like, they did give away a lot of stuff. A lot of stones. Unfortunately, they did not get the double top grossing. Double top grossing is really hard nowadays, especially on the Android side. I think they got up to second place, and that was the highest they got. In part one. Part two, I think the highest they got was like fourth place. We did get number one for quite a few weeks on the iOS side. So we'll probably get we'll probably get a gift at the end of the anniversary. It's usually like 50 stones or something. Fortunately, that'll probably be after all the banners are gone. But the Purunga wish for the Memorial Stone was a huge surprise. You had a lot of tickets, you had a lot of stones to try your luck. But if you didn't get lucky at all, you had the Memorial Stone and you could pick Vegito. Because that's who you should have picked. If you only had to pick one anniversary unit and you could only pick one, it should be Vegito. Vegito's stupid. I would love to see a Super Saiyan Gohan Bojack movie as a revival still where Goku saved you and you go to Super Saiyan 2 Gohan, you shout, I am my father's son. No, I've never seen the Bojack movie. The only time I've seen Bojack was, I think, Abridged. I think Abridged did something with it. I don't know the only time I've seen it. When I first started Dokkan, I would confuse them with Android. Like, yeah, I would confuse Bojack with Android 13. They look kind of similar. Kind of like how I used to confuse Broly and Super Trunks. Alright, let's see if I got lucky. Did I get a double? If I got a double, I'm done. Give me a double. Dokkan, give me a double. New double. Damn it. Watch it give me a double here. Watch me get a double here. Because that is the classic. Weird is Janemba having big bad bosses Link and Broly getting Berserker, even though Janemba was going Berserk and Endo broken to do that. Yeah, I mean, they've always made questionable decisions on that. On one hand, see, I knew that was gonna happen. You give me the double when I didn't need the double. Always happens. You couldn't save me. My stamina. You know, it's fine. We're done. This is all I was gonna do anyway. But Jesus Christ. This is the classic. Alright, let's finish this Broly. And then we'll finish off my ticket summons, and that'll probably be it for the stream. I gotta do some administrative work for Showdown. What am I doing? Why did I do that? Why am I... Fuck. I'm pressing the wrong damn button. I do love the pixel animations that give you 5 to 10 stones by playing the game. Crazy is I don't know if you can hear it. My speakers are like, they're not even set full blast, but god, they have so much bass. So every time I'm doing like simple things like this, it just like blasts my ears. Crazy stuff. All right. Nope, 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 not there. Well, here you can see I haven't bought any stones. All right, 25 tickets. Let's go. We can do 3 multis. Don't think anything's coming here. Oh, even this is dark. All right. Oh, we get Mai. It's the new Mai. Nice. No, she's not rainbowed. Okay, that's cool. Beerus. Oh, we got rainbow. It's the only thing I like about about these tickets is like when you get special things like the rainbow text, it actually means something. Because normally these are garbage. Like things that would get you excited before guaranteed SSRs. Even though this is not a great unit. Back in the day, you'd be happy about it. Like going Super Saiyan 3, rainbow text. Probably gonna be dead. Yep, that's going to be it. All right. Thanks everybody for joining me. Hope y'all had fun. We are going to. Who are we going to host? Who are we going to host? Do I know anybody streaming right now? Brother Nero. Let's host Brother Nero. He is playing the new Fatal Fury. Let me see. Where do I need to go here? Raid. He's playing the new City of the Wolves. I think is going on for this whole weekend. It'll still be going for a little while longer, so that'll be pretty fun.